He's the definite. All right. Oh, holy shit! There's other fucking people yelling now. Oh, is this a comedy show? Am I supposed to be here right now? Is this a fucking meeting or? Please get the microphone to work. Do you know that guy, or are you just fucking yelling at him? Look at you. You're like, I don't even know who he is, but I'm fucking yelling at him. Does anybody else want to yell at that guy before I move it along? Are we good? Are you right there, sir? Dude, are you, what do you got on your head? Is that a fucking sweatband from the 70s? That's nice. Fucking, all right. Greg Brady called. He wants that back, by the way. Are you drinking tonight? No, good for you. Yeah, you can't. You did plenty of drinking already? Oh, you're definitely drinking. I just asked you if you were drinking, and you said no. Don't fuck with me like that. It's a simple yes or no question. You can't fucking, you gotta be honest. So you are drinking, so you're like, fuck it, right back in. You know, there's no fucking hangover hospital in Cozumel tomorrow. You get fucked up tomorrow, they'll just throw, tomorrow you'll be working in a fucking donkey show in Mexico. That's no deal. You go in there hungover, they don't give a shit. They'll throw some tequila at you, fucking 3 hours later, you're on your knees going, So enjoy Mexico, enjoy Mexico. Just check it, check. Give me your plates, thanks. Check. Enjoy Mexico tomorrow, my friend. Have fun. All right. Anybody else with any other questions before I fucking move along? I didn't expect any of that. A little open house right when I started. Right on. Have fun tomorrow in Mexico, man. Enjoy yourselves. Are you guys having fun on the cruise so far? It's been 2 days. Anybody see any of the shows in the big room? Who went saw some of the dancers? Give them a round of applause right now. Very talented professionals on this ship. Dancers, beautiful women working on this ship. I'm actually dating none of them. I don't know if you know this, there's, as a performer on the ship, or no matter what you do, whether you sing, dance, play guitar, drums, piano, it doesn't matter. You have a contract you have signed, a huge, thick contract of things we can and cannot do when we're on the ship. There's a lot of rules we have to follow. Here's one thing I cannot do. I cannot bring a guest back to my cabin. And I cannot go with the guests back to their cabin. Those rules suck, both of them. I'm not a fan of either one of those. I was on a cruise 2 weeks ago. Things were going great. After the show, I met this woman. She goes, hey, let's go back to my cabin. I go, no, I can't do that. I'll get in trouble. And she goes, well, let's go to your cabin. I go, no, I can't do that either. I'll get fired. So I fucked her in the hot tub. That's what I did. That's my out. Hey, it's not in the contract. I read the whole thing. Backwards and forwards. It's nothing about fucking in a hot tub. It will next week, though. They're going to redo all those contracts in a couple of days. Like, fuck that fat prick. We got to redo all these contracts. I hate that guy. I flew in, obviously, I flew in to get to Miami. I flew Southwest. You guys fly any Southwest? No, fuck them. Don't clap. Yeah, boo. Thank you. I'm with you. Whoever's booing, I'm with you all the way. Fuck Southwest. I'm not a fan. Southwest. Here's the reason I don't like two reasons. One, they're the Greyhound of the skies. They go fucking everywhere. Sometimes you don't even want to go there. It's bullshit. You shouldn't make a stop on a plane. That's wrong. If I'm on a plane, there shouldn't be a cord I can pull. They just pull over and drop me off. That's fucked up. A flight from New York, Chicago should take 2 days. That's a little long, I think. Last time, this is totally true. I wouldn't make anything up. I was in New York City. I flew Southwest out of JFK Airport. And our first stop, we had a 3-hour layover at LaGuardia Airport. It's the same city. Are you aware of that? It's the same. It's 2 airports. Just know your airports if you're coming to the show. That's all I'm saying. Here's the other reason I don't like Southwest. They don't give you a seat. That's bullshit. When I fly, I want to know where I'm going. I want to see it. 11B, 11C, 11D. I want to know what seat I have. They don't do that in Southwest. You have a group, and you stand with your group by a rope, like cattle. A bunch of people just and then somebody lifts the rope and another guy just says, go! And people fucking run. It's just first come, first served to get a decent seat on Southwest. And they'll do pre-boarding for help that need help and assistance, but they won't give them enough time to get down the tunnel. You know what I mean? It's like maybe 10, 15 seconds, and they hear, go! And they get run. And I will run you over for an aisle seat. I will. I'm coming right through. I don't care who you are. Move the scooter. I'm coming. I hate flying too. I'm not a fan. I fly 5-6 times a month. Easy. Hate it. Hate it. Still to this day. I do it all the time. I'm okay with security on a plane though. Here's my deal. I get to the airport really quick or really early. You know what I mean? I give myself 2-3 hours. Plenty of time. Way before the flight when I get there. Because here's the thing. The thing with security is the more times people try to sneak things on the plane, the more clothes we're taking off. You know what I mean? It's their fault. Years ago there was a shoe bomber. That's why we're always taking off our fucking shoes. You know, then there was the underwear bomber. Now we're going through these big, huge scanners. Pretty soon, we're just going to have to go through security completely naked. And I will. I'll walk right through, buck fucking naked, big smile on my face. I won't give a shit. You're like, hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you. What's up? And they will look at me and go, sir, drop the weapon! I'll go, thank you, but that's not a weapon. Don't pull on it, they'll go off. Hey! That's a dick joke, man! Trying to get that out of the way right there. Get right to it. I drink when I fly. I'll do that. I'll start drinking before the flight. You ever do that? Like 6 months ahead of time, drinking just as much. And you gotta get drunk off your ass on a plane, I think. You're gonna get smashed on a plane. Because also, they won't let you smoke pot on a plane. And that's fucked up. They should pass that joints at the gate. That's just what I think. I've tried to smoke pot on a plane lots of times, especially now. If you ever fly like that ultra economy bullshit class, you know what I mean? Where they cram 9 people into 4 seats, you ever done that? And there's like a guy's ass next to your head, and a woman's foot up your ass, you sit there. I'm crammed in behind all these people. I'm like, fuck this, I'm getting high right now. I don't even give a shit. I'll light up a bong in front of everyone. I'll pull it out in front of everybody in coach and just hit it. If I Right about then, the flight attendant walks up and looks at me and goes, what the hell do you think you're doing? And at that moment, my only response can be, can I have those penis now? That'd be cool. Nice. It is. Here's a little Q&A. There's a full house here. It's a late night. A lot of gorgeous women on this cruise. Gentlemen, give the ladies a round of applause. Please do that for me right now. That's what it's Ladies, a little Q&A while we're at it. Ladies, how many of you are married? Clap if you're married. Let me hear you. How many of you are single? How many of you like hot tubs? Plan my evening out. You know what I'm talking about. Lonely at sea. How many married folks do you have here if you're married? Clap if you're married. Clap if you're divorced. Who's divorced? Yeah, a little happier, divorced people. You see that coming. I'm divorced. I've been divorced. I've been divorced 5 years. I get along with my ex though. We get along very well, my ex and I. I have a friend who's been divorced for 15 years, doesn't get along with his ex at all. It's embarrassing to be in the same room with the two of them. She still sends him 4 or 5 emails a week reminding him what a shitty husband he was. You know, just burying him with insults, big, long, drawn-out emails. I go, well, why do you read the emails? Why wouldn't you just delete them? Yeah, get rid of them. Why don't you put yourself through that shit? He's like, no, I have to read them. Because she buries valuable information I need to know. in the middle of the fucking email. Right? So it's like this neurotic fucking treasure hunt he goes through. Every morning when he checks his email, he's like, oh, let's see what she's got to say today. You're a piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I wasted 15 years of my life. You're a dirtbag. You're a liar. You're a shitty lay. You're a narcissist. Your eyebrows are bushy. Your feet smell like onions. My father hates you. Your father hates you. Your job sucks. Your car sucks. Your house sucks. Your lung sucks. Everything about you sucks. The kids have doctor appointments at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Perfect. Let me write that down. Oh, God, I hate her so much. And they say kids understand divorce, and I don't think that's true. That's not true. It's not. Kids don't. If you're little, 3, 4, 5, you don't think anything's wrong. You know what I mean? If your parents fight every night, you just think parents fight every night. In fact, if you have friends from a happy family come over and they're confused by the chaos, you think they're fucked up. And then your parents will start fighting and your buddy will freak out and be like, dude, why is your mom throwing vodka bottles at your dad's head right now? And you look at him completely unfazed like, it's Easter, asshole. How does your family celebrate the resurrection, you pagan? I have 2 daughters, 16 and 14. That's how old my kids are. My oldest daughter, last year, her grades were shit. She's one of these kids. She goes to school at 7:30 and gets up at like 7:25. You know what I mean? And it drives me nuts. I'm like, that's fucking up your day. She's like, oh no, Dad, it's fine, it's not great. And after about 2 semesters or 2 quarters of bad grades, I go, no more bullshit. I'm calling to wake you up every morning, 6 a.m. I don't care where I'm at in the world. I'm gonna call you and get your ass out of bed. This goes on for a couple of weeks. Then I can't call her. I'm on a plane one day. I talked to her that night, and she's like, hey, Dad, you didn't call to wake me up this morning, right? And I'm like, hey, fuck you, teenager. What am I, an alarm clock now? Seriously, make an effort to get your ass out of bed. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, that's right, Dad. I just want you to know, I have such a better day when I hear your voice in the morning. Yeah. That night, I'm like, oh, you bitch. She's like, are you gonna call me tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking call you tomorrow. Who had a debate? Did you have a question? Is that you again? Did you have a question? Did it sound like your asshole son? Did you want to come up here and do a bit? Did you want to come up here and... Okay. Can I just keep going then? Should I keep going? Is that right? Should you? You're not funny like me? Oh, that was very sweet. Look at you. Now I'm an asshole. Thanks. That's nice. You're smooth. I'm not funny like you. How many kids do you have, ma'am? You have 2. All right. How old are your kids? Oh, I don't want to. Is that a daughter? One's 21. Oh, happy birthday, 21. Give her a round of applause. Shit, you're bringing her to Mexico tomorrow? Stay close. Okay. Better stay close to her tomorrow. She's blonde, bouncing around 21. They're going to be chasing her around that town. It's Cosimo. Don't let her near that fucking guy either. There's medical things involved in that. Again, the guy with the Bjorn Borg sweatband right now. What? Was he bouncing around last night? Yeah. There we go. Look at you high-fiving your buddies and you're with the girl now. How fucked up are you, dude? Are you his girlfriend, ma'am? Look at you. No, I just met him at the buffet. We both needed bread. I bumped into him. Fucking A. I love the sweatband. It's really hot. All right. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, man. I wish you the best. Where's the other son? Where's daughter's son? Your asshole son? No, you have an asshole son, you said, right? He's not here. He's on the cruise. Is he in Key West? Did you say fuck it? Just left him? That's enough. You fucking stay here, asshole. You stay here. My kids live in Chicago. I live in LA. I travel a lot, but I talk to my kids every day on the phone. Every day. Every single day, I talk to my daughters. More importantly, I listen to my kids every day. If you listen to your kids every day, they'll tell you everything. Everything you need to know. That's the relationship you want with your kids. You want them to have an uncomfortable conversation in front of you and be totally cool with it. That's what you want. This is an actual conversation my daughters had in front of me just a couple of years ago. My youngest looks at my oldest and goes, hey, Anna, how many kids do you want to have? And Anna goes, I want to have 5 kids. And Billy goes, oh, you want to have sex 5 times? And my oldest daughter, while I'm missing a beat, looks at her and goes, no! 4, I want to have twins once. Then they asked me what oral sex is. This is the conversation they would have Tuesday night at a fucking Pizza Hut. Is what oral sex is. And this is a conversation I have with my daughters a lot, where my oldest daughter asks me the definition of something she already knows what it is, and then watches me uncomfortably explain it to the younger child, who throws up everywhere. And my oldest laughs her ass off all night long. We've covered every subject you could possibly think of. I've explained everything to my kids. Teabagging, I've explained it all. Rich, and I know that sounds fucked up. And you're like, why would you have that conversation with your daughters? Here's why. When your kids ask you a question, when they ask you something like that, first of all, they expect two things, only two things. One is the truth, and two is they don't want you to judge them. They have to feel comfortable when they ask you an uncomfortable question. You can't freak. You can't panic when they drop a bomb on you. Like, what's oral sex? You can't be like, I think it's a show on HBO, maybe. I'm not sure. You could probably... No, don't ask your mom. She has no idea what it is. It's a game. It's a grown-up game where there's a winner, and then there's a really big winner, and you play it with jelly beans and marbles. Go to bed. And you can't do that either. You can't get them bullshit information because you don't want to talk about it, right? Because they trust you, they believe you, they take your information out into the world. You know what I mean? Jelly beans and marbles? You don't want to do that. Now my daughter's at a party, and some kid mentions oral sex, and my kid with complete confidence looks at a room full of teenagers and says, you guys are going to need jelly beans and marbles for that. Or even worse, she's at a party, somebody has jelly beans and marbles, and my daughter's like, hey, let's play oral sex. And her friends are like, oh my God. Do you even know what that is? And she's like, oh yeah, my dad showed me, it's awesome. So there can't be any confusion. She's got to know exactly what you're talking about. There can't be any questions. I look my youngest daughter in the face and I go, oral sex is when two people have sex, and one of them uses their mouth. My youngest, she goes, ooh. I don't ever want to talk to you about this again. I go, good, so it's covered. You know exactly what it is. There are no more questions. Yes, Dad. That is gross. And I'm like, even better. I go, so let's recap the evening. You think oral sex is gross. Your sister only wants to have sex 4 times. My job is done. Does it bother you? You get by. And you got to tell your kids everything. You can't. You have a choice now. You have to. You have to. Because when they ask you a question, if you don't answer it, they don't need you. They don't. Fuck you. They'll Google it. Think about anything they want on their own. They don't need to ask you shit. When I was a kid, you had to ask your parents everything. And they could lie to you. And they would lie to you for years about shit. And you wouldn't realize till you grew up. You know what I mean? I look at my mom one day, I'm like, hey Mom, what's a dildo? She's like, oh, it's a bird. Never heard of it? Dildo bird. That's weird. They stay hidden. Hard to find, by the way. I don't even know that. I walked around for years looking at my friends go, dude, have you ever heard of a dildo bird? Looked like a pervert at the zoo. And I love my kids to death, man. They're good. They're awesome. They're great kids. They won't let me date, though. They give me a hard time about dating. They let their mom date. Little fuckers, but not me. They sabotage my dates. They do. They leave shit in my car. Should not be in a grown man's car. You know what I mean? I should have a Justin Bieber bumper sticker. Or glitter on my dashboard. Or little girl underwear anywhere in my car is a bad sign. You are not getting laid if you have little girl underwear in your car. You can't talk your way out of that. It's impossible. No way. Even if you have kids. If you have kids, have you ever been doing laundry and you're rushing around the house, you come home, you got a coat, you're going out or whatever, and you grab something on the floor real quick, you don't think about it, you throw it in your pocket, you hang up that coat, and a week later you throw on the same coat, you go out for the night, walk up to a bar, you're like, hey, I'll take a Budweiser, and you reach in your pocket, little girl underwear right there in the bar. What do you say then? Ta-da! You, You're not gonna believe. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going. My oldest daughter cut her finger and then white blood all over the roof inside my car. Right, and they closed the visor so Daddy wouldn't see the blood. Then I'm on a date one day, my date drops the visor, sees the blood, freaks! Looks to me and goes, what's with the blood? I didn't know what to say. I go, the last date didn't go so well. And dating is different. Dating's changed now. Man, I'm divorced. I'm dating the second time around. So you don't meet people face to face anymore. It's all through internet and apps and computers and all that shit. When I was young, it was different. We used to have blind dates when I was younger. Those are impossible now. You can't even have a blind date. Blind date is when somebody will call you on the phone and they would go, hey, Sally's got a friend we think you'd be perfect together. Why don't you go out with us next week? We'll double date. And I would be like, oh, that sounds great. What does she look like? And he'd be like, oh, she's awesome. Wait, she is awesome or she looks awesome? Like, yeah! Click. You can't do that now. Somebody calls you on the phone and they're like, hey, Sally has a friend we think you'd be perfect together. We should double date next week. You just go, what's her name? They'll go, her name is Sally Johnson. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Google. Fuck you, dude. There's no way. She's got more facial hair than me. She's wearing a sweatband from the 70s. Fuck that. That's not happening. Goodbye, sir. Nowadays, it's all apps. That's how people date now. They don't even do the internet dating. That's what I say. That's old school. There is one site on the internet called eharmony.com. You have to fill out a 30-page bio just to get on that site. Yeah, that's a lot of it. You know that much about the person you're dating for the first time. How about leaving something for the dinner? You know, that's a lot of information, man. I prefer the old days when you didn't realize somebody was crazy until they slashed your fucking tires. But now it's apps. Now it's on your phone. Now it's like playing a video game for people. It's all Tinder and Blender and Grindr and Toaster. And the thing with the apps is